Last week at Daytona International Speedway, we had drivers walking away feeling very good about the season. Others wish they could walk up from a dream that had been on repeat all week long. The big one. It's something every driver knows is coming. It's not if, but when it will happen. Big-time names such as Trevor Catalano and Derek Roffling having to replay those laps before the big one, wondering what the night could have been if they were just in a different spot on the track. Tonight, those drivers are looking for luck to be on their side and hit the jackpot in victory lane at Las Vegas Motor Speedway. It is round 2, and this is the countdown to green session at the Tarmac Esports Studios. I've got Patrick Day and Chris Miller alongside. Guys, how are we doing on round 2 here at Las Vegas Motor Speedway?
I'm doing good. Fresh off of a really good race at Daytona. You know, our questions were answered. Can people race within themselves and be patient and, you know, take care of their stuff till the end? We got that answer. I want to say that race looked exactly like a real NASCAR race looks at the end of a Daytona or a Talladega race. You take your time until, 10, 15 laps to go, and you're pushing hard to the end, and you're not letting off that throttle, right? And things happen. So that's exactly what it looked like to me. I think it's interesting that we're actually coming to Las Vegas off of Daytona, where Vegas is kind of a drafting track for these trucks. So we're going to have 2 drafting tracks in a row. So interesting to see what's going to happen tonight.
Sure.
Yeah, I mean, Daytona, you said it. It was as clean as we could have imagined. I think, on one side of the fence, we were thinking, oh, no, we have no fast repairs. And we were thinking if we have the big one in the first 5 or 10 laps, what kind of race do we see? And everybody kept it clean. Everybody, gave room for the bulk of that race. And then, it got a little bit dicey there, especially with, I think it was 17 to go. We went back green, and we had a couple more cautions there before the end. But what an awesome race. Congrats to Ryan Palmer on the victory there. And clinching a spot in the playoffs. I mean, that's huge. Yeah, I mean, Vegas, here we are. Somebody's going to have to get lucky, right? We're in Vegas, so who's it going to be tonight?
Yeah, and talking to, Patrick's like, yeah, it better be me. He's trying to lock himself into this playoff hunt here as we are in round 2 of the 10 rounds of racing before we do see the playoff system. Talking about Ryan Palmer, we will see him later on in the show, and we'll talk about him and his victory and how his Daytona race went and getting his first win in the Tarmac Esports series. So good race for him. Guys, the big one did come. It did happen. And like I said to open up the show, it wasn't if it was going to happen, but when it was going to happen. And it did come later in the race. Were you surprised that it did come later in the race and it didn't come super early in the race?
Well, I mean, going into the race, I had no idea how we were going to race it. But once we got going and we were 10 laps in, I knew that when the big one was going to happen was going to be late, because the way everybody was driving, they were being very, very respectful, a lot of give and take. Not pushing very hard. The fact is, I don't know if anybody was pushing real hard at all there, until there was like 25 laps to go, maybe. So yeah, I knew it was going to be a late one when everybody was at the end there just trying to get up as far as they could, and that's when the pushing was going to start happening.
Yeah, I definitely agree with Patrick there. Once you were, I think the first green flag run we went was 25 laps, and really, I think it was Ryan was the lap car that was getting ready to go a lap down there. And we struggled all night making it 3 wide and getting around the slower traffic. I think that caused a couple different cautions, but not surprised to see the big one as late as I was kind of surprised to see it was as late as it was. It was with 4 to go, coming to 3 to go there. So I expected it to probably be in the last 20 laps, probably a little bit sooner than it was. But like Patrick said, everybody was giving and taking. You just never knew when somebody was going to make that run. I know with like 10 laps to go, our whole entire team was on the outside lane, and we kind of had that, and I just felt like we were in a bad spot. I felt like if there was going to be a wreck, it was going to take out the bulk of us, and surely that's what happened. But One thing I got to give a lot of the credit to the guys that, every caution that did come out, there could have been a big one, on lap 25. There could have been a big one on lap, I think it was like maybe 35 when we went yellow again. But everybody checked up and drove through the incident, giving everybody a little bit of room there too. So give credit to the guys. We avoided the big one early, and it was a great race till the end there.
Yeah, big kudos to those that did get in a wreck. They held the brake and held it up against the wall. They didn't slide down across the track, and that is huge when you got a pack racing like that. Just to hold the brake and hold it up against the wall and don't slide down the track, and that saves a lot of cars from being taken out. So yes, that was really good. Another thing that I noticed in the Daytona race, and it was not a shock to me at all, was we seen a lot of teams from last season that hung out towards the back. You've seen these newer guys, they were up front, they were running. And then we seen a few of those guys from last season. They were up there running for a little bit, but then they tailed off and went to the back. One that was a little bit of a surprise for me was Kyle Wellman, a very aggressive driver. He was up front, running up front, and then decided, you know what, I'm good. I'm going to tail on to the back. Were you guys shocked to see Kyle Wellman dropping off the pace, getting up there to the front, and then saying, I'm done. I'm going to go towards the back?
Not really. Kyle's kind of, he's what I consider an aggressive conservative driver, right? So he's very aggressive when he needs to be, but he can be conservative at the same time, which he showed at Daytona. What surprised me was me and Grant back there with Paul Negus, and we had all the Rat Bastards with us. But you know what? It worked out for him. I was expecting them to be up front, not really pushing hard or anything, because I knew that they knew that we only had no fast repairs. But, I expect them to be up towards the front, maybe leading some laps. But no, they were hanging out back with me and Grant back there, just, riding around. And you know what? You look at the standings, 5 Rat Bastards in the top 10 at the end of that race. So it pays off.
Absolutely. Chris?
I wasn't really surprised to see him drop back. I think everybody at some point in that race took the opportunity to fall back. And, it wasn't even that it got dicey and pushed you to the back. I think one thing Patrick didn't mention is most of that race, we were all playing a fuel mileage race. So, you had to get back in the back and save some fuel at some point, just in case it did go long green flag runs.
Makes sense. All right, so let's take a look at what we've got left here on the schedule, as we do have Daytona that is done. So Daytona goes to Ryan Palmer. He has locked himself in to the playoff system. The round of 12 down there, he is going to see that down there, round 1 at Texas Motor Speedway on January 8th, just after the new year. But we still have a lot of racing. We've got 9 more races to decide who are we going to send into the round of 12. Will we see 9 different winners inside the top 10 races up here? Well, 9 to go. And if we do, then, man, that really hurts those chances of those that's trying to get in by points. There's not very many more spots left. So today we're at Las Vegas Motor Speedway. That is today. October the 23rd, that is next week. We do head to Bristol Motor Speedway, and that will be a fun one there. October 30th, we go to Rockingham Speedway, and then November 6th, Watkins Glen. That should be an interesting one, and one that Patrick Day has circled on his calendar to win. November 13th, Michigan International Speedway. That was a close one last year. We imagine it's going to be a close one again this year. November 20th, we head off to North Wilkesboro. December 4th, Kansas Speedway. December 11th, Chicagoland Speedway. And then we will round it out on December 18th, just before Christmas, at Darlington Speedway. What will that one entail? That will be an interesting race, especially if those are trying to get in points. Sometimes that track can be very, very tricky. Guys, moving on here to Las Vegas. Let's just briefly talk about Las Vegas. What do we think that we'll see here? Patrick, what do you think?
Well, going off what we saw at Daytona, I think you're going to see us single out fairly quickly. Guys, don't make me a liar here. I think you're going to see us single out fairly quickly. I think you're going to see guys giving and taking. and it's going to be a fairly heavy drafting track, like I said. And I don't know. I think 15 laps to go is when you're going to start to see guys pushing, and if we're going to have a big accident or something of that sort, kind of like Daytona, that's what's going to happen. It might end up being a fuel run too, a fuel race, right? So I don't know. I think it's going to be good. It's going to be a great race to watch. That's right.
Yeah, I don't know if it'll have the same drafting as Daytona. It'll be a little bit different. I think we'll spread out even a little bit more than Daytona. Don't anticipate a whole lot of cautions. I think we'll see some long green flag runs here. I think we'll possibly even see some pitting under green flags. So hopefully, I think that'd be neat to go 2 weeks in a row where we pretty much have clean racing here. So Bristol, next week, who knows what that's going to bring, but I think it'll be pretty smooth tonight. I think in the last season we had 6 cautions. I think we went 70 laps, so we're going about double the length. I anticipate less than 12 for sure. I think we'll be less than 10.
Well, it's interesting to know. We'll see how this one all plays out. Pretty sure we're going to see a new winner here in Victory Lane. My question for you guys is, with these 10 rounds of racing that we do have coming here, how many winners do you feel like we're going to see out of this 10 rounds of racing? Different winners.
From what I saw at Daytona, and knowing that everybody is going to be driving within themselves in these races, I think we could very much have 10 different winners at these races. I think it's going to mirror. I think it's going to mirror probably what we saw last year. I think you might have 1 or 2 repeat winners, but with the uniqueness of each of these tracks, yeah, very, very much could have 10 separate winners here.
Wow.
And I want to go on the other side of it. I don't think it'll be near as many different winners as last season. And the reason I say that is once we get, 2 or 3 different winners in the series, I think, even Ryan mentioned it in his interview last week, he's clinched a playoff spot now. So it's not like he has to race for points. He doesn't have to be as safe. Not that he's going to go out there and be reckless about it or anything else. But, I guarantee you he wants to win. And I bet you he wants to win more races. And he's probably going to push it a little bit harder than maybe some other drivers would. So once you get 2 or 3 different winners and you have them doing that, I think we'll see, multiple winners. I'm looking at probably 5 to 6 different winners in the first regular season 10 races.
That's a valid point. I never thought of it that way, as if, you've got that win, so you've got a lot of pressure off your back. So now you can kind of just go out there and just do your thing and just run hard, where the other ones are kind of like, if I don't get in on a win, then points are very valuable. So I got to finish well. So that's a valid point. So be interesting to see how this one all plays out here at Las Vegas Motor Speedway. Guys, we're getting close to talking to Ryan Palmer. Before we do, let's take a quick commercial break.
When it comes to heating and cooling, at John Betlam, we promise to take the utmost care. We'll make sure your repair is done right and any new installation is perfect. It's how we've done business since 1941. Our customers, you, are our priority. And when you need us, we're ready to help. It's our promise. So that's why there's something important that you should know. Did you know there are 2 heating and cooling companies here in Rochester that share a similar name? Betlam. And that's confusing. So make sure when you search for us online, you look for John Betlam. It's easy to confuse, so whenever you need us, be sure to search for and call John Betlam. Because it's my grandfather, John Betlam, who taught us to work hard, do a great job, and take care of all of our customers. And of course, there's only one phone number you'll ever need to remember.
Call 271-8888, John Betlam Heating and Cooling.
Guys, I tell you what, that slogan that they have on that thing, we're going to have that thing down. We're going to have this rhythm of that song going down as we go throughout the season. We'll know it by heart, be able to sing it. We got that tarmac trucks coming in here where you see that the banner across the windshield. That's a requirement for these drivers as they get that on there throughout the season. Hey, we have Ryan Palmer with us, the winner at Daytona. Ryan, welcome on to the show. How's it feel being a winner in the Tarmac Esports Truck Series?
Absolutely feels awesome. Last year I didn't get one win. I was very close, and to cross it off, first race of the season, it feels good.
So I want you to take us through the beginning of that race. We called it. You lost the pack early. You went a lap down. Take us through that thought process. The moment that you lost the draft, what's going through your mind?
I was honestly just praying for a caution. We were sitting 25 laps in, and I was going a lap down, and I'm like, well, this can either be rough or can go my way. Um, Caution ended up coming out, so I was able to get back on the lead lap. And then even after that, I just kind of stayed in the back and rode it out till the very end.
So who was your go-to partner out there throughout much of the night? Was it a lot of your teammates? Was it one guy off of your teammate? Or was it somebody else in the field that you felt comfortable driving around?
I just tried sticking near my teammates, most of all. I feel really comfortable around them. We work really well together, especially drafting tracks. So I was trying to just partner up with them and move to the front.
So, Ryan, you finally get the win on the Tarmac Esports Truck Series. Getting a win in this series, does it loosen you up for here at Las Vegas? Do you feel freer? We talked about it just a moment ago, how that in itself could make you a little better driver out there, maybe one that can go after these wins versus other ones are maybe a little cautious, still playing for points because they don't have that win, that security blanket that you have.
Yeah, I could definitely take more of a gamble, especially when it comes to either pitting or staying out. Unlike some of these other drivers, they're looking for points or to win. So for me, I can go out there and just kind of race my own race and see what happens.
Yeah, absolutely. Patrick, got any questions for him from the Daytona race?
Not so much from the Daytona race. I think my question for him here from here on out would be, does he try to get his teammates a win, or does he try to keep his teammates from winning? Because he's got a lot of really good drivers in that team, right? So does he want to be battling them at the end in the playoffs, or does he want to be, go against some maybe easier competition that we have out there?
That is a very tough question. Obviously, a win is a win, but as I
Remember,
said,
your teammates are listening right now.
oh yeah, a win is a win, but I would love to have my teammates in the playoffs as well, as we do have some drafting tracks in the playoffs. So obviously, having teammates to move on would definitely help.
Got anything else, Patrick?
Well, I mean, so from Daytona, you guys actually, like I said earlier in the broadcast, you guys actually surprised me. The Rat Bastards did, right? I wasn't anticipating you guys. I was anticipating you guys taking it easy and taking care of your equipment. I wasn't anticipating you guys riding around the back with me and my teammate Grant back there. Was that a pre-race decision? Was that something you guys talked about over the summer? It's like, okay, we're gonna take these drafting tracks. We're just gonna hang out in the back and stay out of the mess until it was time to go.
Honestly, we talked about it, but we just wanted to see how it would play out in the beginning of the race, and that's where we made our decision. If we didn't feel comfortable running up front in the beginning, we would just kind of fall back. Obviously, a wrecked truck isn't going to get you very far, so I kind of just rode around the back most of the race. And when it was time to go, that's really when I moved to the front.
Yeah, that's what me and Grant were planning. It didn't quite work out for us, but it's all about situation and how the luck rolls your way. But hey, congratulations on getting that win. I knew it was coming for you, and I'm glad that you were able to pull it out early in this season. And I think you have the potential to get 2 or 3 more wins here. So good on you. I hope I'm beating you in this season, but we'll see you out there on the track.
I hope you're looking at my back bumper.
What do you got, Chris?
Yeah, definitely, Ryan. I want to say congrats on the victory. We had 10 different winners last year, and you weren't one of them. And I think we were all probably saying you were definitely due. And here you come out the first week and take it here at Daytona. So Again, congrats to you. But I want to ask, as you look at the regular season schedule, and then I want to ask right after that, looking at the playoffs as far as the first round. As far as myself, and I know you're a lot better driver than I am, but as far as myself, the only opportunity I really had to sneak into this playoff was probably to win at Daytona, which you stole from me there. So I can't do that. But is there any track in the regular season that you see as your fit track, as your best track? And what's your worst track out there as far as the regular season first?
I'm definitely looking at Bristol. My worst track is probably Watkins Glen. Not very good at road courses, so it's going to be very interesting.
I think we'll be able to fairly say that a lot of people are probably going to struggle there. So I think if you can go out and, make the best of it, maybe get some extra practice in that week, you might find yourself all right. But looking at the first round of the playoffs, now that you've set yourself up where you've clinched into the playoffs, Ryan, you might want to bring that back up again. But is there any track there that you don't want to go to? And is there any track there you feel like you're good at in the first round, just around the 12?
Iowa, I'm really good at. Just last year, I did lead the first half of the race. Obviously made a mistake on pit road and overshot my pit box. And then the second half of the run, thought I was saving enough and I wasn't. I ended up finishing 5th, and that's when Patrick, won. He blew by all of us. But Iowa, I'm very good at Iowa. Texas, I'm not too bad. Obviously, Talladega is a lot of luck too. It's kind of just like Daytona. Anything can happen, and when is the big one gonna happen?
Right. Well, congrats to you again at Daytona, and good luck to you tonight at Las Vegas.
I appreciate it so much. Thank you.
All right, so we're going to keep Ryan around for the rest of the show because we got some cool things that we're going to do. We got the 10-second thoughts with Patrick Day, Chris Miller, and now Ryan Palmer. Yes, he is going to come in with this 10-second thoughts with these guys. And so let's kick it over there to that. Let me get this truck out of here. Pull that out of there. All right. We got the, you know how it goes. Got the traffic light there. So green light, you're good. You get to that yellow, you better hurry up with that answer because it's going to go off and your thoughts is over. I tried to loosen it up a little bit on this one. This is a little fun, okay? So let's loosen it up, all right? We got this. No problem. Who did I start with last week? I started with
I think
Chris.
you started with Chris last week, yeah.
Yeah. Only fitting to start with Chris again. So let's do it. All right, Chris. Here is your first question. Ready? Which of these three drivers have the better finish this week after a bad Daytona finish?
I'm going to go with Derek Roffman. I got to go with my teammate.
Eric Roffley. All right. Patrick, what do you think there? Who do you think would have the better finish?
Wow. I think all three of them have potential to have a really good finish, but I'm going to have to go with Trevor Catalano.
How about you, Ryan? What do you think?
I think I'm going to follow Patrick and go with Trevor.
All right, Trevor Catalano. All right. All right, so let's clear that board out there. Here's the next one. This one's going to you, Ryan Palmer. Hope you're ready for this.
Oh, boy.
Which of these three drivers are most likely to repeat a top 10? Dalton Dunk, Ronald Overbay, or Frank Klein?
I'm going to go with Dalton.
Dalton Dunk. Okay. All right. What do you think, Patrick? Who do you think?
Well, I mean, all three of them surprised me really at Daytona. But I think the one that surprised me the most and whose name I saw the most has had to be Frank Klein. I think he's doing good. He was a little risky on occasion, but yeah, I think he'll be all right. So my vote would be Frank Klein.
Okay. Chris?
Man, I don't know. I think they make it tough for me. I think I'll go with Ron Overbay, I guess. I think he had an excellent run at Daytona. He survived all that, and what did he come home? I think it was like 8th or something, wasn't it?
Yeah. Hey, I tell you what. Ryan Palmer, this is a great opportunity right now because I see a name up there that maybe had some comments about you. Frank Klein there stating on social media that you intentionally dumped Stephen Polacek. Your thoughts on that?
I believe he's wrong. I mean, you're racing for the win at Daytona. Obviously, you're going to hold it wide open, and obviously, whatever happens. I've replayed that replay tons to watch it over and over. Obviously, Stefan really didn't hold the bottom too much, so I tried to go underneath him. And, you know, at the same time, Paul Fly, my teammate, was like, "Oh, go high." So I did go high, and that's when we caught bumpers, and he spun. I mean, it wasn't intentional. Obviously, you're racing for the win, and win is a win.
Okay. Good words. I like it. All right. Here's the next one. This one is going to Patrick. This is yours.
You have
All right.
3 faces up there that I don't know. You watch.
Which of these 3 drivers are actually a driver in season 2?
Oh, wow. Yeah, he did it, didn't he?
Yeah.
I know that one.
Come on. You got this.
I mean, all good. Yeah, or the right one. I don't know his name.
Don't land it right. Okay. Ryan Palmer. Is he right?
He is. That is my brother.
Oh, okay.
That is his brother Austin.
Austin Palmer.
But
Yes.
those
Okay.
other guys, I just looked up guys in suits and just put it on Google.
We don't have anybody. I mean, shoot, it wouldn't be driving iRacing, that's for sure.
Nah, I have no idea who those guys are. Just some kind of models.
Well, at least I know what Austin looks like now. So there we go. We're good there.
Ryan Palmer, this is a tough one. It is very tough. Okay.
Oh boy.
Which of these 3 have the best looking hair?
Oh boy. The one in the middle. He's got a mullet.
One in the middle. Right, who is that? Who is that guy in the middle?
Rough one, ain't it?
That is.
That is.
Yep.
Yep. Very good.
Yep.
Very good. All right. All right. I'm going to keep these guys up here. I'm going to ask you this, Chris. I asked both of you, Patrick and Chris. Which of these 3 have the best facial hair?
Best, huh?
Oh yeah.
I'm going to say my teammate Grant Clark.
I have to agree.
I'm going with Grant.
I love it. I love it. Yeah. I love the mustache. It's perfect. It's on key. Yeah.
Although I'm going to say that's an old picture of Derek you have up there, but he needs to update it himself, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Patrick, do you know who this guy is here in the very first one here?
I don't.
That is Logan Coe. He's the new driver.
Okay.
So, buddies with, I believe, Derek there.
All right.
That's it.
Awesome.
All right. Next one. This is going to you, Patrick.
All righty.
Are you ready?
I hope so. Hopefully I know some faces.
Which driver is this? Colin Peterson, Michael Timmerman, or Tanner Marr?
It's going to be a guess. I know it's not Logan Coe because he just showed him. So, let's say Colin Peterson.
You're right. You got it right. Yeah, absolutely. Got it right. Perfect. All right.
Picking on the old guy tonight, I can tell.
All right. This next one is tough. I hope you're ready. I'm going to give this one. I'm going to give this one to you, Chris. This one's tough. Okay.
Geez, thanks.
No pressure here. Just breathe. Breathe through it, and you'll be just fine. If these brothers were on a TV sitcom, what would it be called? Rollin' with Dad, Wet and Wild, or 48 and Pregnant?
Home with that.
I thought all of them. That was my thought. Ryan, what do you think?
48 and pregnant. That sounds even better.
I don't know. I kind of like Wet and Wild myself.
Ryan, which one though? Which one of those guys? 48 and Pregnant.
The left.
What?
You
Chris?
know who they are, right?
Yeah, that's Chris and that's his brother Steve. All right. Well, I thought Steve here.
I still like you, Chris. Don't worry.
No problem. I mean, it fits the character up there.
I thought it was Steve, and I like the 48 and pregnant. And then my next question is, which one is further along?
Oh boy.
Steve's got her.
Steve's
Steve.
got it.
Yeah, absolutely.
Steve.
Is that your answer?
Oh, Steve.
The
Sure.
actual answer to this question is they're the same person.
No, that's good.
Jeez. All right, that was fun. That was a little 10-second thoughts with us all. All right, so now it's time to move on to our picks for the race. You guys like that 10-second thoughts? Because I want to continue it on, if so, and it being very random like that.
No, yeah, that's fun. I like that.
Absolutely. It makes it fun and interesting.
Absolutely.
I love it. I love it.
Steve.
Like I said, I'm getting to know some of our drivers' faces too while we're doing it. Even though I'm looking like a dummy while we're doing it, but hey.
I almost should have pulled Steve in for this and had that question right there for him. Or I could have, that's the big thing with social media. All images are solely free. So if you're a driver out there and I find your social media and you got something, you better believe it's going to come here. I should have searched Ryan Palmer here and found something, but I didn't think of it.
Hey, Patrick's out next week, so Steve's on in his place. So make sure you got a good one there.
Okay. I got plenty. He's got plenty of pictures. We got plenty of pictures. We got him sleeping underneath the camper there at Eldora. I mean, we got everything on Steve Miller. So
don't forget the sound bite from last year where you said, "Hey, you're looking at a guy that just goes into the pits to get a beer." Yeah,
absolutely, absolutely. All right, let's get our picks up here. Let's see what they look like here. We've got Las Vegas Motor Speedway. This is a tough one because right now, myself, Patrick, and Chris, we did not get anything right at Daytona. We're not too smart. So we're hoping to be smarter in this one and at least get one of these right. I feel really confident in it that we may have some of these drivers inside the top three. With Ryan Palmer as one of our guests today, we're going to start with him. He's got his picks here at Las Vegas. Interesting to see if maybe he's got himself in that number one spot. Let's start with your third place finisher, Ryan Palmer. Who are you thinking here?
It's very tough. I think with that one, I'm going to go with myself.
Going to go with yourself. All right. I like it. I like the confidence. That's huge. Looking for a podium position after just winning at Daytona. I like it. Chris Miller, you've got it queued up there for that third place. Patrick, who does he have underneath that card there?
I think he's going to put Kyle Wellman.
I mean, Kyle's a good pick, and Ryan, picking yourself there is a good pick. Last year, the Rat Bastards went 1, 2, and 3 here at Las Vegas, so I could definitely see you guys running up front again. I actually went with one of the Rat Bastards. I did go with your teammate Nick Galusha. He did win last season, led 18 laps. And like I said, you guys had a 1, 2, 3 finish, so I think you guys run well.
Good pick there, Nick Galusha. Not a bad pick any time inside the top threes. He runs very well, and he wasn't a champion for no reason. He was inside the top 5 numerous times last year, so that's a really, really good pick. All right, Patrick, you've got it queued up next. Chris, what's he thinking here?
Oh, I don't know. I think he's probably... I don't think he's going to take all Rat Bastards here in the 1, 2, 3. But I do think he's got one here. I'm going to say he's got Paul flying here.
Good pick. Nope, don't have Paul here. This track I think is going to have some tire wear to it. So, yeah, I didn't do a Rat Basher 1, 2, 3, so just a hint for my future picks there, Chris. But I actually went with Kyle Wellman here. I think it's going to be a track where you need to stay consistent, take care of your stuff, take care of your tires a little bit. The guys that go out really hard at the beginning are going to find themselves, especially if we go long green red flag runs, they're going to find themselves struggling towards the end of a run. So, I think Kyle Woman's going to do well here.
It's a good pick. I like it. I like Kyle Woman inside the top 3. It's a really good pick. Very aggressive driver towards the end. Very well could be in that 3rd spot. All right, guys. I've got our 3rd pick here. What do you guys think I've got? Patrick?
I think, hell, you might be saying this guy's first, but I'm going to say you're saying he's 3rd, and I think you're going to say that he needs redemption, and I think it's going to the guy that you picked for the championship. I think you should say Ben Wirt finishes 3rd here.
Good pick.
That would be a really good pick as far as your theory there. I think you're going to go with Patrick here, Ryan.
Okay. So great pick, guys. And Patrick's always on the same wavelength as me. We're smooth through all this stuff, and he's got it right. I got Ben Wirt here. It's a redemption race. He's got to come back. Not a real good race at all at Daytona. One he was very frustrated with. I think he does rebound here, and he gets himself in 3rd. If he doesn't, man, maybe I was underestimating, or I was thinking he was better than what he is. But I really feel like he's got the capabilities to drive his truck inside the top 3 here at Las Vegas. All right. 2nd place, Ryan Palmer. What do you got here?
This is also very tough. I do have a lot of teammates that are very good drivers. But just looking at the race last year, I'm going to have to go with Paul Fly in 2nd.
All right. Finding a trend here. Going with his teammates.
Yeah.
Will he bump off that road and go with someone else? I don't think he will. All right. Chris got us queued up here. Patrick, what's he got?
Tough, because I don't know. I mean, seeing how the Rat Bastards ran Daytona, you know that they can be clean and take care of their equipment. So does he think there's a 2nd place Rat Bastard here? I think he's thinking similar to Ryan there. I think he might use Paul Fly in this position.
Good pick. I'm actually going to take a guy that's new to the league. Last week he finished 3rd. I'm taking Hunter Lagoons. He's got a 43.07 I rating, so he's one of the top guys here in the league. And, we don't know much about him, but I think Kyle Wellman was very good here last season. He dominated the race. I think Hunter being his teammate, Kyle was lacking having teammates last season. I think he could possibly run well. But Hunter and then Tanner also joined Kyle. I think Hunter's going to have a 2nd place finish here and turn some heads when it's looking at the championship.
Good pick. Good pick. I like it. All right. Patrick, got us queued up here. Chris, what's underneath that cord?
I think he's going to go with another guy that's a really high I rating that I think Patrick's high on, and he knows that he can run well. So I think he's going to go with Johnny Evans.
Johnny Evans.
Good pick, Chris. Nailed it on the head. Johnny Evans, I think he's going to come up 2nd place in this race. I think he's looking for some redemption after Daytona. And you're right, high I rating. I know he knows how to take care of his equipment. I know he knows how to take care of tires. I think he's going to be a high finisher here.
Solid. Guys are on wavelengths together now. Can we keep it going? What do I have here in the number 2 spot?
I think you're gonna. You mentioned him a little few seconds ago. Actually, I think you're gonna go with Kyle Wellman here.
Okay.
I think you're taking Timmy Lewis.
Timmy Lewis. Well, unfortunately, the wavelengths have broke off, and we are not on the same wavelength now. I thought we were, Patrick. I really did. Because I picked the same guy you have. Number 14.
Oh.
Johnny Evans here in the number 2 spot. That's who I've got here. So, yeah, I think he's going to have a really good race here and set himself up in the points. And I do believe, I'm going to speak it out right now, I believe that Johnny Evans will make the round of 12. I think he will be a winner in one of these 10 races. So, let's see. All right, most important spot to be at is that number 1 spot, because that is who clinches the round of 12 and the winner here at Las Vegas. Ryan Palmer, what do you got here?
The guy I'm going to pick, he won last year at Vegas. He's very good at Vegas. He didn't have a very good run at Daytona, but I know he's looking to redemp. I'm going to have to go with my other teammate and pick Nick Galusha.
Of course you would.
Yep.
Of course you would.
Yep. Right.
I know he's very good at Vegas, so
Yep.
I'm going to have to go with him on that one.
No, that's a good pick. And you stay in your team's good graces.
That's true.
Oh, yeah.
That's true. If it was me, I wouldn't pick my team. I know how my team races. Yeah, Steve Miller and Chris Miller.
You know what's cool? You have a team that you can pick toward the first, second, third places here, right? So that's awesome.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I have about like 10 teammates, so it's so hard to pick which couple I could actually pick from. So
That's
hopefully not all of them are mad at me.
Yeah.
All right. Chris, you got us beat up here. Number 1 card for you. Who you're thinking is going to win here at Las Vegas Motor Speedway and clinch themselves into the playoffs. Patrick, what does he have?
Well, if I'm following his thinking with his second place pick, I think he's going to put Kyle Wellman up here being pushed by Hunter to the checker.
Very good pick, Patrick, and you're right. I think Kyle was missing a teammate last season here at Las Vegas. He led 38 laps, very easily could have taken the win. This guy was flying when we thought, we kept saying, oh, he's going to have to save tires, and he kept saying he was saving tires, and he was flying. So I think Kyle, with having a teammate now, I think he'll pull out the victory here and clinch his way into the playoffs.
Good pick. Very good pick.
All right, Patrick. I'm very interested to know who you've got here. Are you going to be like Ryan and pick your teammate? Or you got another thing up your sleeve here? Chris, what do you think he's got here?
Man, I think he has to have at least one rat bastard in there. So, well, maybe Evans is with them. I'm not sure. Is Evans a teammate of Rat Bastards?
Yes.
He is. Well, see, he's already got one, I guess. So, see, there's a lot of you. But I guess I'm still going to go with Nick Galusha here.
Nick Galusha.
Yeah, good pick. He flicked it already, but yes, good pick. He ran well last year. He showed me at Daytona that he knows how to take care of his gear, take care of his equipment. My only worry is how, if we do have some long green flag runs, if he's going to be able to save the tires enough. But we'll see, but I think he's got the tools and the goods to do it. So I think Nick Galusha might pull it out here.
Okay, so we've got Nick Galusha picked twice here from Ryan Palmer and then Patrick Day. So they both think that they are going to clinch.
Yep.
And then Kyle Wellman has been picked. So there's another clinch potentially. All right, let's see, who do I have? Do I have one of those two drivers there? Patrick, who do you think I've got here?
Well, you didn't have him second, so I think you're going to say he's in first. Kyle Wellman here.
Okay.
I agree. That's what I think you're going with, Ryan's Kyle.
What do you think about Ryan Palmer? What do you think? You think I've got Nick Galusha here?
I think you're going with Nick.
Man, you guys are thinking you guys are smart. Oh, man. But no. I didn't go with Nick Galusha here inside my top 3. I think he does have a top 5 car, but I actually am going with another teammate of his. I believe he was runner-up here behind Nick Galusha last race, and that is Timmy Lewis. I'm going with a 41. He needs a good race and lock himself in early and free himself up a little bit to be aggressive throughout the rest of the season. So I'm going with the 41, of Timmy Lewis. Guys,
That's a good pick.
it is time for the green flag here at Las Vegas Motor Speedway. Thank you for tuning in to the Countdown to Green session. It's green flag at Las Vegas Motor Speedway, round 2.
See you guys on the track.
Rookie or veteran, no matter how long you've been coming to this event, there are butterflies. There have to be.
The biggest race of your career, one of the biggest races in the world. I guarantee you there's a lot of butterflies.
The white flag in the Daytona 500. It's time to get busy. Horrific crash on the final lap of the Daytona 500.
A second time, the Daytona 500 goes to Jimmy Johnson.
God almighty, you just won 500.
Kurt Busch wins the Daytona 500. Denny Hamlin wins his second Daytona 500 and wins it. Coach Gibbs.
It's a beautiful evening in the desert for round 2 of the Tarmac Esports Truck Series. Ryan Palmer found victory lane at Daytona in round 1 and has locked himself into the playoffs. Who will lock themselves in today? Will we see a new winner? On Tuesday, we had open practice, and Ryan Palmer was your fastest guy out there at a 30.212, followed by Paul Fly, Sean Smith, Johnny Evans, and Austin Palmer was your top 5 in open practice on Tuesday. Today, final practice, the guy on top of the leaderboard in final practice, Ryan Palmer, once again at a 30.299, followed by Tanner Marr, Grant Clark, Kyle Wellman, and Brent Butler. That was your final practice, your top 5 out of that. And now qualifying has just concluded here at Las Vegas, out in the desert. And here's kind of a look of what it looks like as Derek Roffling currently on top of the leaderboard. Ben Wart there in the number 2 spot. Austin Palmer, the 3, 4, Johnny Evans, and 5th, Hunter Lagoons. 6, Grant Clark, PJ Popham in the 7th position. 8th is Kyle Wellman. 9th is Ryan Palmer, and 10th is Patrick Day. And you just seen there, Trevor Catalano putting in a time there as we've got 10 seconds left in qualifying. He jumps up into the 9th position. That is your lineup for tonight's race here at Las Vegas. It's going to be a good one. It's going to be a fun one, as again, this is Las Vegas Motor Speedway in the Tarmac Esports Truck Series presented by John Betlam. John Betlam helping us out greatly with this broadcast. If it wasn't for them, you would not see this broadcast here. Also, thank you to Game Day Rally Gear for your contribution as well. The cars are starting to grid out there on the track, and we will be getting the starting lineup out here, and we will talk to some drivers here in just a few moments. We'll see who all's out there. We're going to try to queue up Derek Roffling. Derek Roffling, you got a copy?
Yes, I do. I got a copy.
Hey, got yourself a poll here. If my memory serves me correct, I believe this is probably your first poll in the Tarmac Esports Truck Series. What's it going to take to bring this thing into victory lane tonight?
I think it's going to take a little tire saving here to just get my strategy right, and then just try and hold on up here. I think I got a fast truck, and it's nice to be sitting on pole for once.
Absolutely. Good luck to you in tonight's race.
Thank you, sir.
All right, we'll check and see if we can dial up another driver here. Got Grant Clark there running in the 6th position. Let's see if we can queue up Grant Clark here. Grant Clark, you got a copy?
I do.
Hey, Grant,
Got these things.
looking like you're starting here on the 6th position here. What's going to take to put this thing in victory lane tonight?
Well, as usual, we got to keep the tires on it, but passing is going to be extremely difficult tonight. You're going to have to be in position and keep track position and have good pit stops. And, you know, not get caught out. If you make bad mistakes on pit stops here, you're going to be in trouble tonight. Stay out of trouble, of course.
Well, we'll be watching you. Good luck to you.
Thanks.
Grant Clark there. See who else we got here. Ben Ward going to be starting there on the outside of row number 1. Do not have a... Yes, we do. We do have a channel for Ben Ward. We'll give him a holler. Ben Ward, you got a copy? You got a copy, Ben Ward?
I sure do.
Hey, Ben, looking out there on the outside of row 1. Looking good tonight. What's going to take to get that car in victory lane tonight?
I think the biggest thing here is saving tires. I don't plan on staying up here in the top 2 in this first 10 to 15 laps. I plan on probably dropping back to around P10 area, hoping for some long runs, some green flag pit stops, and hopefully saving my tires better than everybody else and be there for the end.
We'll be watching you. Hopefully we get some better look out of you this week than we did last week. Good luck.
Thank you.
Talk to Stephen Polacek. Polacek, you got a copy?
I gotcha.
Polacek, you were so close to potentially getting a win there at Daytona. Here we are back at Las Vegas. What's it going to take to get that truck up there in contention tonight?
Well, if there's one thing I'm good at, it's drafting tracks. So, unfortunately, Daytona, I thought I was going to win it the whole way. I was intent on staying on the bottom all the way to the finish. Got to get a good point stay out of that no matter what I do. So this one, I feel like I've got a better shot. I'm scared of the short tracks. We'll do the best I can. Just try and keep it clean, stay out of the mess, and stay on the bottom.
All right, we'll keep an eye on you. Good luck to you. All right, that was PJ Popham there. Was having the lead through 3 and 4, and then we seen what happened last week. As we'll try to dial up a couple more drivers here before we go green flag here. We're going to talk to last week's race winner at Daytona International Speedway, Ryan Palmer. What's it going to take to get that truck back in victory lane tonight, starting in that 10th position?
Long race, just gotta keep it together and stay out of the trouble, and you know, make all 134 laps.
We'll definitely keep an eye on that truck. It's been fast in open practice on Tuesday and in final practice today. Good luck to you. See, the cars are starting to roll off onto the speedway, and while they are rolling out onto the speedway, now is a great time to start looking at your track facts. Here you are, your track, 1.5 miles here around Las Vegas, 20-degree bankings in the corner, front stretch at about 12 degrees, same on the back stretch. And then looking at your race facts presented by GameDayRallyGear.com, you got 134 laps in this one, 200 miles. Pit road speed at 50 miles an hour, your fuel window 43 to 47 laps. All right, lights are out on the iRacing pace car. We're ready to go green flag, and it's going to be on the command here of the flagman. You got Derek Rothling there in the 88 machine on the inside. On his outside, Ben Ward in the 14.
Green, green, green.
We are green flag here at Las Vegas. 23 of Austin Palmer gets a big shove with the 88 to get him out in the lead. And 27 of Hunter Lagoons as well. He's running very, very good in the Daytona race, and expect to see him contending for a race win here. As we've got a long way in this one, 134 laps. That's 200 miles. All of these races in the iRacing is a full-length race, so this is exactly what these real trucks in real life run. And a little note fact there on that 88 machine, he is one of, he goes to about every single one of these truck races as he works on one of the trucks in real life, and so he knows how to get around these places just by, you know, talking to drivers and seeing what they do in real life. Trevor Catalano back here, the 56 machine. You see him there on the outside. He was one that didn't have the greatest of finish there at Daytona. Got involved in a wreck, and he's looking for a better night of racing here at Las Vegas. Derek Rothling and Austin Palmer lead away up here. As we talk to a few drivers saying, hey, we're going to drop to the back here. We're in no hurry. We are going to try to save some tires. Johnny Evans on the outside of Tanner Marr here for the 4th and 5th position. That is for the 5th position. Ryan Palmer in that 10 truck there, and as I was about to bring up Ryan Palmer, he gets involved in a wreck there. We was going to talk about that beautiful looking paint scheme that well, now he's got little marks on that 10 car as he's sporting the breast cancer awareness paint scheme. See a good shot of it right there as we are under caution for the first time today, and we'll go back and take a look at what happened there. There's inside Ryan Palmer. And around he went. Did we get another look at that? Just came up, didn't realize it was 3 wide. Actually, Ben Wart there in the middle of that. We'll take one more look at that. You see Ben Wart there. He's actually in the middle. He can't go any higher. His car on his outside, and there goes Ryan Palmer into the outside wall. Your winner from Daytona early on having issues, but and that guy had issues last week at Daytona where he went 1 lap down early into that race, lost the draft, and here he turns out to be the winner. But here at Las Vegas, you get behind the 8 ball, it may be detrimental to your race, and we'll keep an eye on that 10 car to see if he can improve throughout the race, as he's going to take a pit stop here with several other guys going to come in here and get splash of fuel here at 6 laps in of 134 laps. And we had mentioned 43 to 47 is that fuel window, so that will be something we'll keep an eye on, as you're looking at about a 2-stop race here here on out. So we'll be right back here in just a few minutes here at Las Vegas Motor Speedway.
When it comes to heating and cooling, at John Betlam, we promise to take the utmost care. We'll make sure your repair's done right and any new installation is perfect. It's how we've done business since 1941. Our customers, you, are our priority. And when you need us, we're ready to help. It's our promise. So that's why there's something important that you should know. Did you know there are 2 heating and cooling companies here in Rochester that share a similar name? Betlam. And that's confusing. So make sure when you search for us online, you look for John Betlam. It's easy to confuse, so whenever you need us, be sure to search for and call John Betlam. Because it's my grandfather, John Betlam, who taught us to work hard, do a great job, and take care of all of our customers. And of course, there's only one phone number you'll ever need to remember.
Call 271-8888. John Betlam Heating and Cooling.
right, welcome back to Las Vegas as we are under caution for the first time. Ryan Palmer getting involved in a wreck here on lap 6. As we want to thank John Betlam for their contribution to the broadcast here with the Tarmac Esports Truck Series, and also Game Day Rally Gear for their contribution as well. Also, you are able to donate to us by clicking that right there. You can scan that with your phone and it'll take you right to our PayPal, even if it's just $1 or $2. We really appreciate anything that you are able to contribute tonight as you watch tonight's race, round 2 of the Tarmac Esports Truck Series, under caution here at Las Vegas. Derek Roffling leading the way with Austin Palmer in second, third PJ Popham, fourth Trevor Catalano in fifth, Johnny Evans. That is how they stack up right now as we get you set to go green flag racing once again and see if we can get maybe a little longer green flag run. Early caution in that one. Ryan Palmer not realizing that there was a 3 wide there and coming off of turns 2. Come up a little bit too high and got into Ben Wart. Ben Wart was the car in the middle. And around goes the single car wreck of Ryan Palmer. As you can see, the lights are out on the iRacing pace car. They are double file here. We're ready to go green flag racing momentarily. It'll be in the Geico restart zone. The 88 will have the command of that. He will not be able to fire until he is inside the Geico restart zone on the exit of 4. Right behind him, that 2 car of PJ Popham had a rough outing at Daytona. Doing much better early in on this one right now, inside the top 5. The iRacing pace car is about to dip off onto pit road here and back under green on lap number 9 when they cross the stripe.
Green flag, green flag.
So the 88 will reclaim the lead, and he'll have PJ Popham right behind him. And PJ Popham going to try to look for lead here as he goes to the outside, but that's the 14 of Johnny Evans that gets underneath him, and Johnny Evans will take that position away pretty easily from PJ Popham there as we head down into turn 1.
All right, man, caution is out. Caution
We
is
have
out.
another caution out on the speedway. Caution flag flies. We are looking for what calls the yellow. Like the 84 back there gets spun around. That being Brandon Surratt. Let's take another look at it. Oh, and it looks like a 45 got turned around there right in front of him. That'll be Kyle Smith. Kyle Smith gets turned around. We'll take another look at that. Did he just lose it? Well, comes right down into the bumper of the Paul Negus there, and he goes around, and then, man, big hard hit by the 94. Chris Miller able to squeak by there. Let's see if we can get a shot of Chris Miller here. Inboard. Able to get by pretty easily there. Been driving by the 69 machine. As we are under caution again, this one comes on lap number 10. So a couple cautions early in on this one. Going to be a long evening if this is the trend, but so far we got 2 cautions in this one, and we've got 12 laps completed. 134 laps in this one. It does not look like we have, it does not look like, yes, we do, right there. He's in the pits right now. Steve Miller is currently in the pits for some repairs, maybe a splash of fuel, and he's coming back out in the O2 Fast Tracker machine. Now would be a great time to actually dial up Steve Miller here and give him a shout out. The O2 of Steve Miller, you got a copy?
Yes, you hear me?
We got you loud and clear. Was glad to be able to talk to you about you on the Countdown to Green show. Were you able to catch that?
I didn't catch all of it, but I have already heard. Yeah. So, yeah, this has been a tough night because I'm expecting to give birth any moment, I guess. But
oh boy, that's rough. Trying to drive a truck and having the baby expected.
Yeah, you know that. So, I don't even know what to say about that, Ryan. I really don't.
Well, it's all fun. Had a good time with it. Good laugh. Was able to find that picture of the 2 brothers, and so
that's what he told me. I know. As soon as we're finished here, I am definitely going to go back and watch it. So,
well, yeah, we're going to keep watching the O2 there. That Bass Tracker truck looks pretty sharp out there tonight. Good luck to you.
All right, thank you.
Steve Miller there. Let's take a look at your biggest mover in this one. Is going to be Paul Fly right now. He's your biggest mover in this race, and we'll dial him up real quick. Paul Fly, you got a copy?
Yep, I got a copy.
Paul, you're the biggest mover in this race right now, up 13 spots. Is that your early plans to try to charge to the front here?
Yeah, it was. I did not qualify where I wanted to, and so I kind of said over the mic right when we went green, I said I'm coming to the front, and we'll see what happens. We're just going to try ride now and save some tire. Got where I wanted to track position-wise, so we'll see what happens.
All right, we'll keep an eye on that 94. Good luck to you.
Thank you.
'94 of Paul Fly. He was a 2-time winner last season. He's looking for his first win on the season. Try to clinch himself into the playoffs. All right, we are about to go green flag here. That iRacing pace truck has dipped off. We're going to go green flag here.
Green flag, green flag.
Guys are going to try to get a long green run. I can feel it. I can feel that they want to get a longer green flag run going. See Frank Klein looking to drop towards the back here. He's on the outside, just starting to drop himself back there. We'll keep an eye on this as it goes 3 wide throughout here. 24 Patrick Day there on the inside. The 17 right in front of him. That 17's Michael Timmerman. Some big losers in this race right now. We talked to him earlier in this race. Grant Clark said that he was going to drop towards the back, and that's exactly what Grant Clark has done towards the back here in the 29th position right now. Pretty decent racing back here from about 15th place on back. So that is Stephen Polacek there in a 92 right in front of him. The Patrick Day, the 11 of Byron Gay in the 77 machine back there. 77 Sean Smith and the 42 of Kyle Wellman. Side-by-side racing still right here for 15th, 16th. Byron Gay, Stephen Polacek, the 92. Talked to him earlier at the start of the green flag here. The 92 was leading there on the exit of in the middle of 3 and 4, and then washed up just a little bit, and Brian Palmer got into towards the back of him, and 92 went into the infield. Ben Wart looking like he's going to have some pressure by the 11 of Byron Gay. Still Derek Rothling leading this race right now, about 2/10 of a second out front here. About 2 car lengths separate him and Johnny Evans. Johnny Evans trying to close that gap there, about 1 car length there now. And the 2 car of PJ Popham, Trevor Catalano runs in the 4th position. 5th position is Austin Palmer. Austin Palmer have a good race right now with 23. Paul Fly in the 94. He runs in the 6th position. 7th runs Logan Coe. 8th position runs Brent Butler. Tanner Mars runs in the 9th position, and Michael Timmerman in the 10th position. Frank Klein runs 11th. 12th is Timmy Lewis. 13th runs Byron Gaze up 10 spots in this race. Kyle Wellman dropped down 6 spots in this race. He runs in the 14th position. Sean Smith runs in that 77 machine. He runs 15th right now, up 12 spots in this race. Ben Ward down 14 spots in the 14 machine. He's in the 16th spot. Ryan Palmer, we talked about him earlier. He brought out the first caution of the night. He is back up into the 17th position. 18th runs Stephen Polacek. 19th runs Patrick Day. 20th is Paul Negus there, and Hunter Lagoons runs 21st position. 22nd runs Kyle Smith, and 23rd runs Dalton Dunk. Daniel Quigley in the 18 machine, he runs 24th. 25th runs Chris Miller, as we've got the caution flag out in the speedway once again. Does look like PJ Popham, wow, and Austin Palmer getting involved in a wreck, and that was up front. Take a look at it. Wow. PJ Popham getting just a little bit high. Wow. Paul Negus also hits the 23 of Austin. And oh, wow. Another car. That'd be Steve Miller. Gets involved. There it is. You want to say maybe there might have been just a little bit of net code there. As the you can see the anger there by the 56 machine. Not the smartest move by the 56 machine because there is no fast repairs, so you're just doing more damage to that truck. As right now, he only had right side damage there, and then you can watch here the 256 just gasses it up and boom, slams the 2. So the 56 machine this night very well could be done. Would love to be able to get a view. Let's see if I can get a chase view here, and let's try to watch it again. Yeah, definitely net code there. So the O2, you can see it there. There was still that gap there, but net code caused a lot of issues, and of course the 56 did not realize that there was net code there, and just thought that maybe that was a little bit intentional. So take a look at it one more time. Give it a 2. See it. Just connects on, and that's all she wrote. The O2 goes around. That's the bad nature of online racing. Is it's not like real life. So guys have got to give more room because there is always that potential that net code comes up, and that net code is basically an area of the car, like a bubble within inside that car, and if you get inside that net code reads it, and there it is. That's what causes a wreck. We're under caution for the 3rd time today, and this one comes on lap 24. 24, we have another caution. As we're 26 laps in of 134 laps, and it's looking like a long evening of racing. Tanner Mars up into the 2nd position now, as he's up 16 spots in this race. Johnny Evans takes over the race lead after we had a few guys decide that they were going to make, I believe, pit stops here. Let me just double check on that. As we look here, Steve Miller, pit lane, TJ Popham, Derek Roffling, enter pit lanes. Yes, Derek Roffling is surrendering the lead to take a pit stop here on lap 26. So still looking like a 2-lap race here, or a 2-stop race. Even with that, so interesting that he decided to come in. Maybe that car was getting a little tight on him. So big time problems for several of these drivers. Brandon Surratt, big time problems for him. We've seen him go into the outside wall. Trevor Catalano, we just spoke on that one, the 56, and doing more damage to his car. And so now he's probably going to spend a while in pit lane. TJ Popham, he gets involved as well. Austin Palmer involved. Steve Miller involved. And Paul Negus involved in that wreck. Several drivers there in pit lane trying to get repairs done on their vehicle. As the iRacing pace car lights are out, we're going to go green flag here in just a few moments. Folks, I am your host tonight, Ryan Griffith. I should have announced that earlier today, but if you could, give us a like over there on Facebook. We would greatly appreciate it. And if you are able to, greatly appreciate any kind of donations, even if it's just $1 per se. And thank you for watching us here on Tarmac Esports Network. Byron Gay inside the top 5 now. He's up 18 spots in this race and currently is your biggest mover in this race.
Green, green, green.
13 gets a good jump there in the guard car restart zone. Frank Klein following right in behind in the 33 machine. You know, Frank Klein, he ran a pretty good race there at Daytona. Very, very good race. And he was one of the drivers that we asked who would see a top 10 again. And Frank Klein looking pretty strong here early in on this race. Tanner Moore runs in the 3rd position. Byron Gay now looking underneath the 4 of Tanner Moore. Byron Gay looks to take over the 3rd position. And looks like he will do it. Right behind him, Polacek, the 41. 41 of Timmy Lewis there on the outside. Tanner Moore able to slip down just a little bit. And now looks like we're going to try to go 3 wide here through the trioval. Tanner Moore in the middle. Polacek on the bottom side. 44 of Timmy Lewis. They'll separate themselves as they come into 1. It's a good battle here for the 6th and 7th position. Right now, Steven Polacek holds down that 5th position, but these 2 cars behind him, they really want it. Hunter Lagoons and Timmy Lewis. Brent Butler also in the mix here in the 8th position there in the 76 car. See him start to come in the mix. Byron Gay closes the back bumper of the 33 machine of Frank Klein, and he's going to look to the inside this time. He'll tuck right back in. Good racing right there for that 5th, 6th, 7th position. You see him as we get a further shot out here on him, and ooh, we got a car that got real loose out of Hunter Lagoons, and will he save it? Somehow he does. He got real loose through there. I believe that was Hunter Lagoons through that turns 3 and 4. As that kind of dialed down the aggressiveness of the 2 and 3 wide racing, as now we're single file back out. We're single file all the way back here to this next group, right behind Ronald Overbay. You got Daniel Quigley and a whole host of cars going 2 wide on back in here. Daniel Quigley, Dalton Dunk, Paul Fly, Patrick Day, Vincent Isbella. He's a new driver into this series. He runs in the 19th position. Kyle Smith back there. Chris Miller back there. Come back up front here. You see a battle for second now. Byron Gay going to the outside of the 33 of Frank Klein. Frank Klein got a little loose there on the exit, and that will give Byron Gay that position. And now you got Polacek there on the outside of Klein. And Frank Klein really washing up the racetrack there, and almost some contact there with Tanner Moore. Frank Klein trying to hold on to that truck as it's maybe getting a little tight there as these tires start to wear out. Cars start to drift up on him. The 76 trying to dip underneath Klein. Klein kind of shuts the door there on him. Byron Gay under a lot of pressure by Polacek right now. Still Johnny Evans out leading this race right now with nobody really pressuring him right now. The guys are racing pretty hard here for the second one back through. Brent Butler, the 76, trying to close the gap on that 77 machine as Tanner Moore now on the outside. Maybe looking to go 3 wide here as we go into 1. The 76, 77 into the outside wall. 77 machine got into the outside wall. That was Sean Smith. He's going to drop back into this one. He gets into the outside wall and drops like a rock. Back up front, Grant Clark going a lap down there. You can see him going a lap down. A little damage to the back end of that truck the last time I looked. And so that car is a little bit underpowered. As yet again, we are under caution. Caution flag flies, and Kyle Smith going to be the culprit of this one. Take a look at it. '77 just came down onto the 45 and just turned him. Not sure on that one. That one's that's a little crazy. A car low, bent a car low, and then he just hooks him. 77 had just got into the wall, outside wall up front, and now he takes out a driver there of Kyle Smith. Kyle Smith going to have to go for repairs as we are under caution once again in this one. This one comes at lap 39. We've had lap 6, lap 10, lap 24, and lap 39 had caution flags here at Las Vegas. Been a rough start to this one. We'll be back here in just a few moments.
What does it mean to be official? To earn the badge as a trusted source, a symbol of quality and pride. For 95 years, Craftsman Tools has been the backbone for those who build, for those who innovate, for those who pursue goals greater than themselves. To be the official tool of NASCAR is to represent the best of what's possible. For the teams, for the sport, for the future.
Oh, that's a problem.
Put on the brake, wheels to the left. Go, 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 go.
Oh, no.
Be aggressive.
Checkered flag is in the air, and he has done it.
And that future? Well, it's back to where we started. The NASCAR Truck Series. The NASCAR Craftsman Truck Series returns in 2023. We build pride. One turn, one lap, one race at a time.
Racing isn't easy, but experiencing it is. iRacing puts you in the driver's seat with the industry's leading sim racing game. Drive on laser scan replicas of the greatest racing circuits from around the world. Go head-to-head against other drivers chosen by skill-based matchmaking to ensure competitive racing at every level. Compete across all your favorite series. In officially licensed cars, engineered to deliver the most accurate driving experience possible. Join a race or host your own with players from across the globe. Race against the computer or in a league with friends. Feel the thrill behind the wheel. Visit iRacing.com.
All right, welcome back to Las Vegas as we are under caution for the fourth time tonight. Lap 41, the caution flag is still out. It came on lap 39 as it was a single car accident. The 77 coming down on Kyle Smith, turning him onto the outside wall. That's how we are under caution again. Currently, Brent Butler is your race leader. He takes over command of the 76 machine. Derek Rothling back up into the second position as he did not pit, nor did Brent Butler. Some of them other cars, they did decide to pit. Been a rough start to this one. 4 caution flags within the first 40-some laps of this race. So we're averaging about 10 laps and we have a caution. So These guys aren't really wearing these tires down by any means. As we still got a long ways to go in this one. Lap 42 of 134 laps, and these guys down here towards the bottom. Brandon Surratt involved in an accident. Trevor Catalano involved in an accident. He's still in the pit road. He's still getting repairs to that thing. BJ Popham, Austin Palmer, Kyle Wellman back here. Steve Miller's back here. Paul Fly's back here. Paul Negus is back here. There's several drivers back here in the back. Pace car has dipped off the speedway. We are good to go. Green flag.
Green flag.
See Ryan Palmer back up here inside the top 5 after being involved in a single car accident early in. He has rebounded nicely. A lot of these cautions really helping that out. Derek Rothling to the top side. Looks like he's going to just kind of chill out on the top side of the raceway. Michael.
All right, man. Caution is out. Caution is out.
And unfortunately, we got another caution flag out in the speedway again. Frank Klein. We'll take another look at that. Oh, man. Big time wreck. Big time wreck in that one. Take another look at it. Dalton. He probably done for the night. That 33 machine. A hard hit. Paul Negus, big hit. Big hit to the inside wall, 33. His day is probably done. After having a pretty good outing there at Daytona, his night is going to be finished. So we're under caution again. This makes the 5th caution. This one comes on lap 44. We said earlier probably 10 caution or 10 green flag runs. That's actually probably not true when you go to average, because you're taking account for how many laps that you're under caution. So you're probably only looking about 5-6 laps with green flag runs, and then we have a caution flag out here. So not a good outing for these drivers, and probably one that they should be embarrassed to be driving out here. This is a lot of cautions early into this race. Chris Miller, do you got a copy?
Yeah, I got a copy.
Hey, it's been a rough start of this one. Already on about the 5th caution flag of this one, 45 laps in. Is there anything that you can put your finger on at why we're having so many cautions?
No, I mean, what I've seen out here is just a lot of guys that looks like getting loose, maybe pushing a little bit too hard. I know there's a lot of chatter on the chat in here, and maybe they should pay attention to racing a little bit more than talking.
Yeah, it's been a long one. At this rate, we're going to be here till midnight, so hopefully not. Hopefully we get cleaned up and we can get some good green flag racing and some competitive racing. But right now, it looks like everyone's just going to destroy their cars, so we'll see how it plays out.
Yep.
That was Chris Miller, your lead director. Probably not too happy about how this one's turning out after the Daytona race. Was actually a fairly good race. Really good race, actually. And this one, we may have been under caution more than we've been under green flag racing right now. We do apologize for any of our viewers that are still with us and watching the race. Thank you for sticking with us. Hopefully we'll get some things cleaned up here momentarily. We'll be back here in just a short commercial break.
When it comes to heating and cooling, at John Betlam, we promise to take the utmost care. We'll make sure your repair's done right and any new installation is perfect. It's how we've done business since 1941. Our customers, you, are our priority. And when you need us, we're ready to help. It's our promise. So that's why there's something important that you should know. Did you know there are 2 heating and cooling companies here in Rochester that share a similar name? Betlam. And that's confusing. So make sure when you search for us online, you look for John Betlam. It's easy to confuse, so whenever you need us, be sure to search for and call John Betlam. Because it's my John Betlam who taught us to work hard, do a great job, and take care of all of our customers. And of course, there's only one phone number you'll ever need to remember.
Call 271-8888. John Betlam Heating and Cooling.
All right, welcome back to Las Vegas. About to go green flag here. Got the cars lined back up. I'm gonna try to get some green flag runs here. We got several cars parked and out of this one. Colin Peterson, Brandon Sir, Trevor Catalano, PJ Popham, Austin Palmer, Kyle Wellman, Dalton Gunk, Paul Negus. Brett Butler, your race leader, with Michael Timmerman on the outside in that 17 machine, and Ryan Palmer and Derek Rothling is in that second row as we're getting set to go green flag once again on lap 47. Brett Butler out there leading this one in the 76 machine. Brian Palmer making a good comeback in this one. He is in the second position. Derek Rothling runs in the third position. We do apologize for any iRacing paint schemes that are going a little wacky on us tonight. We get another car that just about went around. Michael Timmerman had another caution flag out here on the speedway. These boys just need to settle down a little bit. Let the race come to them. Patrick Day, he's just content to kind of ride back here. He's running 13th right now. No hurry for him. He knows that you can't be at the end if you tear your truck up early in this, and that's what several of these drivers have done. And because there is no fast repairs, they're done. Their race is done. They maybe get a repair to be able to limp around out there, but as far as having any kind of quality win, it's pretty much shot. So it's just vital to keep these cars nice and clean, just like in real life. Derek Rothling looking to come after the race leader here, Brett Butler. Green wide on back here. There's a car into the outside wall. No, that's not. That's a limp car going around. I think that is Kyle Wellman limping around trying to get some points out here. 42 machine. He is really slow. It's been a good battle right here with Byron Gay and Hunter Lagoons. Ryan Palmer, 41. Timmy Lewis. Gets a little loose there going down the backstretch and gets a little bit of everybody out of sorts, the 41 as well, and they'll drop back a few. Taking over the race lead here, you can see a 3 wide here for the race lead. 4 wide, I should actually say. 4 wide for the race lead, 14, 76, and Stephen Polacek. Stephen Polacek going to take the race lead away. That's a four-car race for the race lead. Polacek out front in this one, a 92 machine. He seemed close to victory last race at Daytona. Comes the 14 machine, got a good run down here on the bottom side of the raceway. Three wide right behind them. Hunter Lagoons. 76 of Brent Butler, 88 Derek Rothling, Kyle Wellman, or not Kyle Wellman, I'm sorry, Byron Gay and the 11 machine coming into the picture there. This battle is for third. Johnny Evans was able to get to the back bumper of Polacek, just wasn't able to make the move on him. So he'll just decide to ride right there in that second position. See Kyle Wellman still looking around the raceway on the top side of the raceway. As long as he's out of everybody's way, everything's good. He's out there to get points, just riding to buy his time out there. That may be the difference of making the round of 12 and not making the round of 12. Do you go back out after you've gotten damage? Get that car fixed up just a little bit, just to salvage some points. Sometimes you have to do that. Here's a battle for your race lead. 14 of Johnny Evans able to get underneath Polacek here. How hard will Polacek push it on the outside, and how hard will the 14 push the pressure on the bottom? Even still not able to clear just quite yet. The 92 still going to have maybe a little bit of run here down the backstretch, and he does. He gets to the outside once again. Even's just not able to completely clear him, being down there on the bottom side of the raceway. This battle is for the top position right now. 76 of Brent Butler right there in the mix. Morris tries to use all the raceway that he can there in the 27 machine. 27 of Hunter Lagoon, sorry. Tanner Mars runs in that 6th position with Byron Gay back there. The Polacek will stay out in front of the 14. As this is probably one of our longer green flag runs of the night, finally. We're on lap 62, or we went green flag on lap 47. Another big run for the 14 machine this time. Looked like he's going to clear that 92 this time, and he will. 92 will try to do a crossover move here back underneath him. Not going to be able to do it. He'll just tuck in behind. Going to try and maybe go to the outside. He'll look. 92 going to try to push to the outside. You're coming up on lap traffic, and there we go. Another caution flag out in the speedway. 92 goes around. Caution flag has not waved yet. Single car, and there it is. Caution flag flies out from the speedway. Lap car is coming around on, and nowhere to go, really. 92 up top. And Polacek involved in an incident in this one. '14 did a really nice job there, moving towards the top of the raceway, and he is your race leader right now in the 14, Johnny Evans. Timmy Lewis runs in the second position. That is teammates right there. Tanner Moore and Byron Gay runs third and fourth, and Hunter Lagoons runs in the fifth position. We are under caution once again. We're going to try to step away here. As you can see, cars are starting to hit pit road. The 44, looks like the 14 will go in. Mars will go in. We'll stay right here till pit stops are concluded. '14, 41. A lot of cars in on this one. 18 cars, 19 cars into pit road here on lap 65. And a race off pit road here. It does look like Timmy Lewis is going to win this race off of pit road. So your 41 machine of Timmy Lewis won the race off of pit road. Ben Ward, Steve Miller, and Byron Gay stayed out on the out on the speedway. They're 1, 2, and 3. We will be right back. Just a moment.
In a world where being at your peak is everything, one gas station dares to fuel more than just your car. This summer, don't just fill your gas tank, fuel your peak potential.
Hi, Cheryl. What got into you?
Download the Sunoco app today. Fuel up, save up, and fuel your best.
What does it mean to be official? To earn the badge as a trusted source, a symbol of quality and pride. For 95 years, Craftsman Tools has been the backbone for those who build, for those who innovate, for those who pursue goals greater than themselves. To be the official tool of NASCAR is to represent the best of what's possible. For the teams, for the sport, for the future.
Oh! Put on the brake, wheels to the left. Go, 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 go! Go, 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 go.
Oh no!
Be aggressive, everyone.
Checkered flag is in the air, and he has done it!
And that future? Well, it's back to where we started. The NASCAR Truck Series. The NASCAR Craftsman Truck Series returns in 2023. We build pride. One turn, one lap, one race at a time.
ready to go green flag here. Lights are out on the iRacing pace car. Ready to go green flag here once again. Lap 65, everyone pits. As we are just over the halfway mark of this one. 134 laps, 200 miles. Looking at the rest of the season, next week we'll be at Bristol Motor Speedway. It's October 23rd. 7 p.m. Kickoff start. 6:45 will be the time for the Countdown to Green show. Looking at the round of 12 down there, Texas Motor Speedway, Talladega Speedway, and Iowa Speedway. Looking at the round of 12, how do you get in there? Well, if you win, you're automatically locked yourself in. Other than that, you gotta get yourself in on points. But if you have 10 different winners, then you're only looking at 2 spots that would be available as way of point. So some of these guys are looking to get a win to kind of lock themselves in early. All right. Ben Work.
Green, green, green.
Race command. Byron Gay on the outside of him, and then Tanner Marr in the 4, and then Timmy Lewis. Timmy Lewis has got some fresh tires on him. See how that 41 comes up through the field, if he comes up through pretty quick.
All right, man. Caution is out. Caution is out.
Well, unfortunately, we have another caution flag out here on the speedway, and I think we're going to have to ask somebody to go to the flagman stand and just take the yellow flag away from the guy, because he's just calling way too many cautions in this race. We are now under caution again on lap 69. And we'll take a look and see what happens. Check just gets loose. Check gets loose in 3 and 4, and around he goes. And you'll have to go and get some repairs done to that truck, as he's already done repairs to it. So he's in a world of hurting tonight. Well, we're going to try to get back up here with trading paints here and see if we can get some paint schemes back up here. Give us just a few moments and we'll be right back.
Rookie or veteran, no matter how long you've been coming to this event, there are butterflies. There have to be.
The biggest race of your career, one of the biggest races in the world. I guarantee you there's a lot of butterflies.
The white flag in the Daytona 500. It's time to get busy. Horrific crash on the final lap of the Daytona 500.
Second time, the Daytona 500 goes to Jimmy Johnson. I don't mind you just won the 500. Kurt Busch wins the Daytona 500.
What does it mean to be official? To earn the badge as a trusted source, a symbol of quality and pride. For 95 years, Craftsman Tools has been the backbone for those who build, for those who innovate, for those who pursue goals greater than themselves. To be the official tool of NASCAR is to represent the best of what's possible. For the teams, for the sport, for the future.
Oh, that's a problem. Put on the brake, wheels to the left. Go, 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 go.
Oh no!
Be aggressive, Jimmy.
Checkered flag is in the air, and he has done it!
And that future? Well, it's back to where we started. the NASCAR Truck Series. The NASCAR Craftsman Truck Series returns in 2023. We build pride. One turn, one lap, one race at a time.
When it comes to heating and cooling, at John Betlam, we promise to take the utmost care. We'll make sure your repair's done right and any new installation is perfect. It's how we've done business since 1941. Our customers, you, are our priority. And when you need us, we're ready to help. It's our promise. So that's why there's something important that you should know. Did you know there are 2 heating and cooling companies here in Rochester that share a similar name? Betlam. And that's confusing. So make sure when you search for us online, you look for John Betlam. It's easy to confuse, so whenever you need us, be sure to search for and call John Betlam. Because it's my grandfather, John Betlam, who taught us to work hard, do a great job, and take care of all of our customers. And of course, there's only one phone number you'll ever need to remember.
Call 271-8888. John Betlam Heating and Cooling.
All right, we're back. And I think we've got things squared away on the trading paint side. As you can see, the paint scheme's out there now. I think we're good to go now. Hopefully the drivers are good to go for the rest of the race without a caution. That's what we're hoping for. Ben Wart leading this one. You got Byron Gay running second. iRacing pace car is about to exit off. That looks a lot better on Ben Wart, that paint scheme, after it loads in right. I'm not sure what the issue was there. But we've got it squared away now. 14, Ben Wart out front. Byron Gay on his outside. Tanner Moore in third, and fourth runs Timmy Lewis. We're ready to go. Green flag here. On lap 72.
Green, green, green.
Ben Wart will lead this lap through. Tanner Moore got a big run there and will actually lead that lap. I spoke too soon. As Tanner Moore will lead that lap, Ben Wart will not. Ben Wart will go forward towards the top side, maybe going to drop back into this one. As Derek Roethling now looking to the inside of Tanner Moore. Derek Roethling started on pole in this race, dropped back a little bit. Now you see him back up here for the race lead. Vince Isabella is a new driver into this series. He's inside the top 5 now. He runs in the 5th position. Look at biggest gainers in this race. So you've got 3 of them. You got Tanner Moore. He's up into 3rd. Went 15 spots. You got Ronald Overbay. We haven't talked a whole lot about the 98 machine. He had a good night at Daytona last week. He runs 13th position. I lied. I guess Byron Gay is up 19 positions. He's up the highest on this one. 19 spots into the 4th position. Derek Roethling out front. Brent Butler, also a friend of him and a teammate. They run 1-2. Tanner Moore getting underneath of Brent now. Tanner Moore, part of 5 Kings Motorsports with Kyle Wellman and Hunter Lagoons. Tanner trying to take that 2nd spot away from him permanently. Looks like Timmy Lewis going to try to follow suit with Marr. Palmer's got that second position away, and Timmy Lewis follows right in behind him to take over the third position. And Lewis going to try to get a little bit more here. Eric Groffling's been running very good race here at Las Vegas. Led some laps in this. Timmy Lewis looking very, very strong there right now in the 41 machine. He's going to go underneath Marr. Coming up on lap traffic here. 42, you can see his paint scheme now working there. Goes to the top side and everyone else will go low. Logan Coe, we haven't talked much about him either tonight. The 98 machine, he's inside the top 10. He's running 9th. Not too bad. I mean, he started in the 12th position, so he's moved up a couple spots here. As you can see, car gets into the wall. That was Paul Fly, I believe, 94. Little puff of smoke there off the wall. All clear. Ben Wart was up front and dropped all the way back into the 13th position right now. Brian Palmer still just kind of hanging out back here in the 12th position, kind of about where he's been out all day since his early accident. Tanner Marr able to get the position back from Timmy Lewis's. Timmy Lewis had it for a little bit. Marr takes it back. So good racing right there. 1, 2, 3 as they kind of start to separate themselves from fourth and back. Next group of racers back in here. You got Michael Timmerman and Vincent Isabella running hard. They were side by side that last lap. Coe looking to the outside now. Tucks in behind. Johnny Evans been up front leading this race at one point in time. In the 14 machine, he runs in the 10th position right now. As finally things start to kind of single out, and that's kind of what we thought was going to happen early in this race. But it did not happen. And maybe coming off of a Daytona race, they all felt as if they needed to come out here and be aggressive early. And they're just not always the case. So you've got guys that Kyle Ullman, Frank Klein, Steven Polacek, Trevor Catalano. Trevor Catalano had a rough day at Daytona. He's having another rough day here at Las Vegas. Austin Palmer had a rough day at Daytona. PJ Popham had a rough day at Daytona. Brandon Surratt. Several of these guys had a rough day, and now they're still having a rough day here at Las Vegas. And they're going to have to find a way to run these races. Gets underneath the 14 machine here. This is a battle for the 8th position. '77 machine of Smith was actually up front a little bit in this race. Got into the wall and then caused an accident and was called for one of the yellows. He kind of just lingers back here in the 17th spot. Timmy Lewis underneath Tanner Marr here. That's for the 2nd position. Lap 87 of 134. We'll take that spot away, and Marr will just push him down the backstretch. we'll still have to see if we go green flag here. If we go green flag for an extended period of time, then lap 115 to, let's say, about 118 is going to be the pit stops. That is going to be the fuel window, lap 115 to 118. Now, that's when they will run out of fuel, or they'll be close to running out of fuel. Will there be some different strategy here? Will somebody pit early to get fresher tires to get out there? Or will they run it right to a lap 115 to 118? But that may not even matter if we don't get to lap 115 before we see a caution flag. As we've been doing very well in this run, cars spreading out. We'd like to see it. Derek Roffling has led quite a bit of this race. Timmy Lewis right there in second. Tanner Mars runs third. Fourth runs Brent Butler. Fifth runs Paul Fly. Sixth runs Byron Gay. Seventh is Michael Timmerman. Eighth is Hunter Lagoons. Ninth is Johnny Evans. 10th is Ryan Palmer. Vincent Isabella is running 11th. Logan Coe is running 12th. 13th is Ben Ward. 14th is Patrick Day. 15th, Ronald Overbay. And 16th is Chris Miller. 17th runs Daniel Quigley. And 15th runs Sean Smith. 19th runs Steve Miller. And Kyle Smith runs 20th. Grant Clark, 21st. 22nd, Paul Negus. 23rd, Kyle Wellman. And Stephen Polacek off the track. Frank Klein off the track. Dalton Dunk off the track. Trevor Catalano is off of the track. Let's take a look at some of these other drivers that are off the track and not with us right now. Trevor Catalano was scored 27th off the track. Austin Palmer, 28th off the track. TJ Popham, 29th and off the track. Brandon Surratt, 30th and off the track. 31st, Colin Peterson off the track. So we've got roughly 23 cars still running out there on the track. We've got 20 that's actually on the lead lap off of 31 cars. So several good drivers out of this race due to caution flags in this one. Wrecks that probably could have been prevented. Matter of fact, they should have been prevented. David Lewis just kind of running right behind Derek Roffling, and I think he's kind of content right there. He's not losing any gain. Rofflin's not pulling away from him. I think Timmy Lewis has got something for these guys tonight in that 41 machine. Then there's a little gap back to Tanner Moore and Brent Butler and Paul Fly trying to catch up with those two cars. Still, Byron Gay, your biggest mover in this race, up 16 spots into the 7th position. And there he is there in the 11 machine. Hunter Lagoon right in front of him. Some action back here in the back of the pack from 12 going back. You got Patrick Day, Chris Miller, Ronald Overbay, and Johnny Evans. Miller gets really high there, and the entrance there of 1. Not sure if he got the wall there, but he got high. The 42 still out there just logging laps right now. Logging laps. And 42 is in the 23rd position. He is the last car that is actually out there running right now. He's just logging laps. He's thinking that if there's another caution, somebody else gets knocked out of this thing. As long as he keeps logging laps, he could potentially gain more spots. As he scored in the 23rd position right now. Rothling getting about 2 car lengths on Timmy Lewis now, the 88 machine. Rothling looking really good out here tonight. Has probably led the most out of any driver out here right now. And this is by far probably one of our longer green flag runs. We're on lap 98 of 72. I don't know why I say that, because I probably jinx it, but we'll try not to. Another lap down here by Derek Rothling, lapping Kyle Smith there. We've had a couple cars that hit pit road. That was Ben Wart hit the pit road. You can see him there. He's exiting. Logan Coe, he entered pit road. So we've got some green flag pit stops here. Some quick pits probably for these guys. Or they didn't pit on the last sequence of pits, so they had to pit now. So they will be in trouble if the caution flag does fly out here on the speedway. But if it doesn't, those things shake out for the good for them. We've got 34 more laps around here at Las Vegas. That's still a good ways around here. It took us a while to get to lap 39 in this race. Really, these 2 cars out here, Derek Rothling and Timmy Lewis, they've really gapped second and third. Or I'm sorry, third and fourth. Not even really close to them. So there's a good, almost a 1.5 second gap between first and third. We'll go back here to Tanner Moore. There you can see Tanner Moore right there. There's the gap. Right, can't even see them through the turn. There they are. They're out there. No draft at that point. Can't get the draft off of them. You hear him getting off the gas there, just on the entry of 3 and 4, and then back on it. You hear him here going into 1. He'll lift just a slight bit. Lift, and he's right back on it. You see there's Kyle Wellman closing in on him, lap car, and you just see how much quicker that these cars are to Kyle Wellman with that damaged truck out there. We also, let's see, who else we got here? We'll keep an eye on pit lane here for you guys as well to see who all does come down pit road. We did have Ronald Overbay that did pit with us on lap 101. So Ronald Overbay, he pitted on 101. Vincent Isabella, he pitted there on lap 101 as well. Logan Coe, he pitted on lap 97. Of course, we talked about Ben Wart. We've seen Ben Wart down pit lane. He went down on lap 96. So those guys can make it to the end now that they've already stopped. So they are good to go. So those guys that just stopped, they're actually hoping that this thing goes green flag for a while. And then after everyone pits, then we see maybe a caution. That's kind of what their mindset is. Now we're at about a 2-second gap between first and third, so these two are still continuing to pull away from the rest of the group. There's the 52, Paul Negus. He's about to get lapped. And that got all kind of momentum off on the 88 machine of Derek Rothling there as he came up on the 52, and that opens up the door for the the 41 machine, and he's going to look to the inside here. And he will. He'll get down on the apron. The 41 looking for the race lead here on lap 107. Lap car played a issue there for the 88 machine of Derek Rothling. Can he battle on this outside to get that lead back, and gets into the wall there a little bit, but somehow pulls in front of Timmy Lewis, and he'll hold that position. He will get the lead back from Timmy Lewis. Probably pushing the throttle pretty hard right now, I imagine, as the 41's just kind of buying his time, I believe, right behind me. Again, we expect pit stops on lap 115 or more, and here we are, first pit stop. He's going to do a quick pit here. The 88 machine is in on pit road. It's the 88 of Derek Rothling. He is in on pit road. Question will be, how long does Timmy Lewis stay out? Will he come down next time by? We look at Rothling in on the pit. Here we go back to Timmy Lewis as Rothling is in on the pits. The 41 will stay out there while Rothling is still in the pits. You see he goes a lap down. Now he comes off, and he's got a teammate right back there. It looks like he hit it as well. That's Brent back there. Brent Butler, he's going to come out right behind him. He's in the 9th position. And there is Derek Rothling. But now Timmy Lewis is kind of out there by himself. Does that play any role with not having anybody to draft with? Did Brent and Derek do the right thing and pit there? So if this thing draws out for a green flag here, I believe Rothling and the Miller Time Motorsports boys, I think they're in pretty good hands. Question is, when does Timmy Lewis pit? Another big thing is, if we do see a caution flag after these guys all pit, then of course Timmy Lewis is going to be caught back up, and he's going to have the fresher tires, which is huge. So the next car back is Paul Fly. He runs second right now. So Timmy Lewis, then Paul Fly. And then Michael Timmerman runs third. And that is about 4 seconds, 6 seconds back. Or 6 seconds back. And then you got Patrick Day back here. So Patrick Day into the 4th position. So he's climbing right up there. And cars are all spaced out now. Patrick Day entering pit road here. See him there. Day is getting service done to him. Now looks like maybe Timmy Lewis is going to dip off the pits here, and he will. So now Paul Fly has the race lead. The first green flag pit stops of the season. We didn't see it at Daytona. This is the first time we've seen it here. And we wondered if it would happen. It has. And so it happens at around lap 109 till now. Paul Fly still stays out for another lap. And there's a crash.
All right, man. Caution is out. Caution is out.
We have a wreck out in the speedway. Right when I turned to Michael Timmerman, that's when the accident happened, and Paul Fly out the pit. Wow. That definitely shakes some things up. We've got some cars that's a lap down here. Cars that's not. So we'll take a look at what happened there. Tanner Moore. There's Tanner Moore, Hunter Lagoon. Got Ben Wharton. I think the 17 was going to pit, and I don't know, maybe a lack of communication there, but you see the 17, really, if he's going to pit, he's got to be down lower. He can't be a lane up. We'll look at that at the far chase view here. Come to that. If I can dial that up for you guys. Here. So take a look at it here. He needs to be down. It's like he didn't even know that there was cars coming up on him. Whew. Wow. That's an interesting one right there. Interesting. As we are under caution now on lap 116, we have a caution. So Steve Miller is currently Ford as your race leader. Ball fly. Brett Butler. As we'll get things sorted out, we'll be back here in just a moment.
Racing isn't easy, but experiencing it is. iRacing puts you in the driver's seat with the industry's leading sim racing game. Drive on laser scan replicas of the greatest racing circuits from around the world. Go head-to-head against other drivers chosen by skill-based matchmaking to ensure competitive racing at every level. Compete across all your favorite series. In officially licensed cars, engineered to deliver the most accurate driving experience possible. Join a race or host your own with players from across the globe. Race against the computer or in a league with friends. Feel the thrill behind the wheel. Visit iRacing.com.
All right, welcome back, race fans, to Las Vegas Motor Speedway. As we are getting close to the end of this one, we're on lap 117 of 134. It's getting close to the end. We had a wreck there as the car tried to get to pit road, and 3 cars came up on him, and that was it. Those cars were in contention for this win here tonight, and we don't know how much that's going to affect the cars. They're getting repairs done to those things. Unfortunately, we are under caution for, closing in on 10. Let's see how many we got here. 8. Are they caution flags on tonight's event? All right, let's see if we can dial up Derek Rothling here. Derek Rothling, you got a copy?
Yeah, I got a copy.
Hey, Derek, you've been really strong out here. Unfortunate there, looked like a car was trying to go to pit road, and man, things got stacked up there. Any damage to that truck?
Yeah, I think I got a little nose damage, but I don't think it's too bad. We'll see here on this restart, see how it's gonna go. But yeah, I had the truck to beat, had this race won, and people can't get on pit road, so.
We noticed that truck was a little high. Did you notice that the truck was high, wasn't sticking to the bottom, and just slowed down and then just cut across you guys?
Yeah, he just, I don't really know what the issue was there, but it ruined probably 3 out of the top 4 cars right there. So, but you know, live and learn. We'll keep fighting here. We'll try and get a top 5 out of this. Be a good points day.
Good luck to you, Derek.
Thank you, Ryan.
You can hear the frustration in Derek Rothling's voice there. He did have the car to beat. He probably led the most laps in this thing. And unfortunate their car trying to get to pit road there. Just high when trying to exit off onto the pit road. And just a rookie mistake there, really. Rookie mistake for a driver that's new to the Tarmac Esports Truck Series. All right, we're looking to go green flag once again here, and this one's probably going to get a little wild here towards the end of this one. If it hasn't already been wild, it's going to get even wilder with Paul Fly, and Johnny Evans, and Steve Miller running inside the top 3. So Steve Miller having a really good showing out here. Will he stay up here? I don't know. I'm going to bet to say no. It'd be probably wise of him to probably drop out of this top 10 cars here and just cruise around, because things are going to get wild here, and I believe there's going to be another wreck in this one. Britt Butler runs in the 4th position, and 5th Michael Timmerman there, and you can see the back end of his truck is all torn up. He's not going to be in contention this time.
Green flag, green flag.
Paul Fly out leading this one. Johnny Evans, his teammate, running in the 2nd position. 3rd runs Steve Miller. Steve Miller's just kind of holding his own right now. I figured he would drop out of this top 3 here, but he's going to ride right here for right now. Amazing how things quickly change whenever green flag pit stops happen, and then you're not able to cycle all the way through those green flag pit stops, and you have an incident in the mix of it. Oh, it changes things drastically, and that's the case of this one right now. You see Tanner Marsh still in the pits, trying to get things fixed up on that car. It's unfortunate for those drivers. Feel for them. Johnny Evans, 14, starting to close in on the 94 machine. Trying to get a victory tonight. Steve Miller running 3rd place right now. Brent Butler, he runs in the 4th position. He's right behind the 02 machine. And then Timmy Lewis runs in the 5th position. So a lot of racing still left to go in this one. As we've still got 11 laps to go in this one, 10 laps to go. Still a ways to go, and anything can happen here. 14 has really closed the gap on Paul Fly right now. Brett Butler looking underneath the 02 of Steve Miller. That's for the 3rd position. He will take it away. 18 is a lap car right now, and he'll kind of give way for Brent here. '17 car on the outside and creeping along. Those are teammates out front there, Paul Fly and Johnny Evans. And then behind him, Brent Butler in the Miller Time Garage with Steve Miller. And then Timmy Lewis is another teammate of Paul Fly and Johnny Evans. He runs in the 5th position. And then Byron Gay on back here. Ryan Palmer right behind him in the 7th position. And Patrick Day runs the 8th. 9th, Ben Ward. 10th, Vincent. There's a good gauge of where everyone is on the track, and you see those cars that are a lap down because of the incident that happened out on the raceway. The top 11 cars is the only ones that's out here on the speedway. 11 cars on the lead lap. Steve Miller holding his own right now, looking really good in the O2 machine there, the Bass Pro. The next car back to him is Timmy Lewis. He's starting to gain some on Steve Miller, but Steve Miller going to try to pull out a top 5 here at Las Vegas. Brent Butler to the inside of Johnny Evans. Brent Butler, newcomer into the series, running well today here at Las Vegas. We are closing in on the end of this one. 4 to go. Can anyone catch Paul Fly out there? He won 2 last year. Looking to get an early win here and clinch himself into the playoff system. Johnny Evans gets the position back from Brent Butler, and he's kind of the shield right now for Paul Fly as their teammates right there. Comes Brent again to the inside of the 14, has a lot better run this time. Will we be able to complete the pass here in turns 1? Wow, they get really close with that lap car. He had to do it. He had to use up the outside of that truck. Is another car that's limping around on the outside. Brent's still trying to work the inside of the 14 of Johnny Evans. While all this is going on, Paul Fly is starting to open up his lead on these two, and Paul Fly looking to win here as we've got 2 more laps around here at Las Vegas. Timmy Lewis was able to get around the O2 of Steve Miller, and Patrick Day is now setting sights on him. Don't know if he's going to be able to catch Steve Miller here. Steve Miller looking for a top 5 and being the biggest mover in today's race, up 25 spots. Paul Fly, the white flag is in the air. 1 more trip around for Paul Fly. White flag presented by Game Day Rally Gear. We got 1 more trip around for the 94, and he's going to get a victory on the series as long as nothing crazy happens here. This looks like the top 3. Paul Fly, Johnny Evans, and Brent Butler. Brent Butler are going to try to take that 2nd position away from Johnny Evans here. That'll be a battle for 2nd. We'll take a look at that one, as the 94 is going to win tonight. The 94 will win in the desert at Las Vegas. Johnny Evans comes home in the 2nd position with Brent Butler in the 3rd position. Timmy Lewis comes home 4th, and Chris Miller comes home 5th, up 25 spots in this race. Big mover in this one. Patrick Day comes home 6th. 7th is Byron Gay. 8th is Ryan Palmer. 9th is Ben Ward. 10th is Vince Isabella. We will be back here in just a few moments to talk to your race winner. Just a quick commercial break.
Racing isn't easy, but experiencing it is. iRacing puts you in the driver's seat with the industry's leading sim racing game. Drive on laser scan replicas of the greatest racing circuits from around the world. Go head-to-head against other drivers chosen by skill-based matchmaking to ensure competitive racing at every level. Compete across all your favorite series. In officially licensed cars, engineered to deliver the most accurate driving experience possible. Join a race or host your own with players from across the globe. Race against the computer or in a league with friends. Feel the thrill behind the wheel. Visit iRacing.com.
My truck isn't something you want to see in your rearview mirror.
My truck is a 3,400-pound precision-guided sledgehammer.
I guess you could say my truck likes to take the path less traveled.
My truck never gets claustrophobic in tight spaces.
My truck doesn't haul tools, but hardware, that's a different story.
The NASCAR Camping World Truck Series. Tough trucks, tough racing.
All right, we're back at Las Vegas International, or Las Vegas Motor Speedway. Not an international, that's for sure. And the 94 of Paul Fly gets your victory tonight. Johnny Evans comes home third, and Brent Butler, he comes home in the third position. And we have Brent Butler here, and Brent, get yourself a podium position, finishing third here in the Tarmac Esports Truck Series. What was it like out there tonight? A lot of cautions. What did you make of tonight?
You just had to be super aggressive with the draft and everything. I think that's kind of why a lot of the wrecks were actually on the back stretch and everything else, where they were just trying to get everything you could because it was hard to pass. So I think hopefully that's an anomaly and it'll be better racing later.
Absolutely. What's it feel like to finally get inside the top three so early on, being new into the series?
It feels good. You know, I just want to keep making points and keep going along here and helping Derek out with his team points.
Congratulations once again on the podium finish.
Thank you.
All right, we're going to finish up. We're going to get the words of Johnny Evans. Johnny finished second here. Had a really good car today. Seen you up front a little bit leading and come home in second there. Did you have anything for the 94 Paul Fly?
No. Absolutely not. I got damaged from one of the restarts and I didn't get it all finished, so I got tight with like 2 to go, so I couldn't really drive in there and get to them.
Still searching for that first win on the season, but points have to be on your mind, as you could get into the round of 12 with points. As your goal is to try to eliminate as much carnage as you can, keep your car clean, and just go for points. And just, if the wins come, it comes. How are you playing this season out?
I'm trying to be more consistent, try to get top 5s, top 10s, so I can get on and get in on points if I have to. But mostly, if I can get a win, I'll take that.
Absolutely. Well, congratulations on the second place finish. We'll see you next week.
Thank you.
Okay, the winner of tonight, Paul Fly in the 94, gets the win. Did you think that you had the car to beat, and did the caution late in that race help you out?
I did not think I had the car to beat, to be honest with you. It looked like Derek and Timmy were pretty far out there for a while. And I had a meatball early on from one of the wrecks where the O2 cleared himself off of Trevor's nose, and then everybody kind of just went down and gave me a meatball. So I had about 5 minutes of damage at one point this race. But me and Johnny kind of made the call to stay out as long as we could and run until we were basically out of gas. And we ended up getting a caution right when we needed it, and worked out in the end.
And sometimes it's better to be lucky than to be good. And luck was on your side here at where else? No better place than Las Vegas. Maybe after you park that truck, you go to Casino tonight.
Oh, we're hitting up the old roulette machine and the old blackjack and slots. We're going big tonight.
But congratulations on the win, and most importantly, congratulations to locking yourself in to the round of 12.
Thank you. Yep, good showing by Rat Bastards again tonight. Another 1-2 week, so hopefully we can get another one in Victory Lane next week.
We'll see you next week.
Yes, sir.
All right, there you have it. The words of Paul Fly getting the win, 1-2, 2 weeks in a row. The team does very, very well. I do need to pull up Steve Miller here, as he was your biggest mover of the day. Steve Miller up 25 spots in this one. You get yourself a top 5. Man, did that caution ever come out in the right time for you?
Yes, yeah, it sure did. I mean, my brother and I, Chris, we were talking, like, Chris is like, I'm going to short pit, and I was like, I can't, I'm too far back. I'm just going to ride it out until I run out of fuel.
And that is exactly what Paul Fly said. They had no intentions. They thought that they didn't have the truck to beat for sure. All they knew is they were just going to ride it out and hope that maybe a yellow comes. And it comes at the right time, and it seemed like it came the right time for you. It's Las Vegas. That's what happens in Las Vegas. Every once in a while, you get lucky. So now you got to take your luck to the casino.
No, I ain't going to do that, no. But it was a bad night, actually, that got lucky, for sure. So, I don't know. It was just, I was at the right place at the right time, and then once it came down to the last 14 laps, I said, I'm just going. I am fully going. And I told my brother, this is the first time I actually, went as hard as I can go at the end of something. Wow.
Congratulations on that top 5 finish. Working your way in points is maybe the way that it's going to take yourself to get inside the round of 12. We'll see you next week.
Yeah, thank you.
All right, that's all we've got for you here at Las Vegas. It was an eventful night. A lot of cautions. Ones that really happened at the end was the one that mattered the most for Paul Fly and several of these guys inside the top 5. It really mattered. Luck was on their side, and that's what happens in Las Vegas. Every once in a while, you'll get lucky, and that's exactly what happened. The 94 finds Victory Lane and is your winner tonight. From all of us here at the Tarmac Esports Trucks, we want to say thank you for tuning in, and we'll see you next week. Have a good night.